You're gonna go vegan? Oh, you are vegan. Well, you know, this is such a difficult thing for a lot of people because it says pay here, but I guess they're not paying here. Well, I know for you guys that already made the choice to be vegan, you guys don't understand why it would be so difficult for us. Hello.
Hi, four sausage biscuit, right?
Yeah,
880.
thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because if I tell you I tried it and something was missing and all these things, um, what? Oh, well, there's a war coming against you and you're going to fail. I'll tell you that much. Because a lot people are, I'm not saying I'm going to fight. I'm not saying, I agree with it. But if you want to control people by law and telling them they're criminals for eating animals, they're going to fight you. The people are going to fight you, and you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. It's going to be war against you, literally. Hello, Trump 24, Trump. Hi. So yeah, and just got some breakfast. What it was with because I seen like some of these videos where the vegans say that it's hypocrisy for us to say we tried it but didn't work. If you went vegan, you can't go back, and all these things people don't. It's true that choices are real, but also people go through things, and people have intuitive factors, and like there's just things that happen that people, and for you to say, oh, it's hypocrisy, because if you really care about the animals, you wouldn't buy that McDonald's that you just bought, or you wouldn't it wouldn't have been a thing where you tried going vegan, but rather it would be a thing where you did go vegan, and you would be an activist. I don't know how far you're gonna go. I don't know how far people are gonna go. But the moment that you tell somebody that they can't eat something that they think they have to for their own health, know, you guys, it's just not. It's not. It's just. I don't know what to tell you. There's gonna people are not gonna stand for that. You know. To make you know the thing about veganism, that no matter what the good intentions are, humanity still has a lot of things that we need as like as in like in general, like people need solutions to a lot of circumstances, a lot of problems, or a lot of unrecognized situations, or not recognized, but rather the answers to those, like the solution to those problems or those conditions. People need an answer to certain conditions in life, or people need a better way, so like I think that until we're able to solve the until humanity is saved, I don't know if you're going to be able to save everybody else, or the rest of the animals. So I find it very, very difficult for people to even listen to you when humanity has problems that need to be solved. So maybe if you help fix everything that humans are going through, eventually you might be able to fix the problems that the animals go through. You might be able to turn everybody vegan later, after you help everybody else's problems, like everybody else's circumstance. So, with me, I want to lower prices for housing, so I got to take away the interest on mortgages, but that's not by law, that's by my own personal business. So if I sell houses, I have to sell them on layaway, and I can't be looking for a down payment. and I won't accept any money that comes from a bank or a loan agency. So that's me lowering prices for the people without trying to change the laws. So when you're because if I look to change the laws, we have we have like we have like controversies, and we have confrontation. So if you the moment that you are looking for a solution to a not to a the moment you're looking for a solution with a non-confrontational answer, like a way to not be so confrontational and to not like get into arguments and disputes, but rather you're looking for a solution that is not going to involve changing the laws. Now you're engaged in constructive thinking. So this is why like charities are created, I think, because they're forwarding a solution without changing the laws and without like imposing like conflict, you know. So that's a very difficult thing to do. I'm not saying this everybody can do it, or like it's like a simple, easy thing to do. But it is something very constructive once you start engaging in such thinking. But like right now, like I want to lower prices to basic living. I say basic because I'm not sure I'm going to do like mansions or $1 million homes or jewelry or anything like luxurious. But I mean basic necessities like housing, utilities, appliances. We have clothing, food, fast food, you know, things like restaurants, and it's still like basic, but you're going higher and higher in terms of how much it's going to cost you to do. Like at McDonald's, just for the name, I had to pay $1 million for the name, for the brand, and then they'll deliver stuff to me. Then I have probably $700,000 for the location and things like that. And I don't know if they're gonna let me own the property. If they want me to go to a specific location and not be able to own my own commercial property as McDonald's is concerned. And I don't know if they're gonna let me go off grid and have my own electricity and my own water. These things I don't know. But that's the point. The point for me is every business that I do own is going to be 100% owned. I'm not going to pay rent for anything because I own the place, the property. I'm not going to be looking for places where they lease so that I can pay rent, so that I can have my business or my restaurant or my grocery store. I'm going to own the place. No one is going to charge me rent. I'm going to have my own solar energy with my own batteries, my own grid. And it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna be connected to the grid. It's gonna be my own personal base of some kind, some or something. And then I have my own water well and things like that. So I own everything. I don't pay any bills. I don't need any gas because everything's electric as far as like restaurants and things. Same thing with clothing stores, same thing with grocery stores, same thing with the farms. So my only cost will be the cost of my only cost would be the cost of employees, the cost of other expenses like whatever one-time expenses, maybe like whatever transportation and appliances, because I'm not at that level yet, but the whole process is going to lead us into building our own appliances and buying our own wooded land so we can use like have our own lumber and like everything, like even a lumber business, they have, I think they buy the lumber from outside sources. So all these things I want to have like from the beginning of the business to the end of the business and all around the business. I want to own everything, so that way I won't have to be concerned about, am I making enough money for the light, am I making enough money for the gas, the water, the rent. You got to pay rent. Is there enough money for inventory or whatever this is called, whatever this whole craziness? And I might still be able to lower prices doing it the normal way that everybody's doing things. I might still be able to, but I don't want to be concerned about it. So for me to rise to the ranks of such business owners that are like people are like billions of dollars in businesses, and they're out there and they're buying businesses and they're building businesses and they're owning places, and they do so much business. For me to be on that level, the only way that I know and to own everything, it will have to be by going to the beginning. The beginning for me would be a farm, a slight local farm. Like when I say slight, it's like a small local farm. That would be the beginning for me. I would have to, whatever I plant there, whatever I grow there, I'll have my own water well. I might need mineral rights, like to purchase like one-time mineral rights or something, so the government won't charge me for the water. I'm not sure, but things like that. The land would cost me under 10,000, probably no more, because it's like small farms. It's not like such a big deal, like big farmland. And I'm not looking for a loan or anything like that. So everything's going to be cash, everything's going to be personal, everything's going to be small, so I can start and be the owner right away. So this So the land will be under 10,000 in the middle of nowhere. The water well would be under 10,000. Then I just have to plant, and irrigation might be like under 500 or at least under 800. So that right there is 2,800 at best, 2,600. So not 2,600, 26,000. So for me to start, it'd be 26,000. It'll take me like 5 years to have $26,000. So I'm going very slow. I don't know if I'm ever going to make it that far, because other things like life can get expensive, and one day I may need to use my savings instead, and then I won't be able to keep saving for it. But hopefully I am able. That's the plan. And that's like going to be 26,000 like 5 years from now. And then I'll take the produce. I have to take the produce to a farmer's market while I'm still working, and I'll have to pay for the location. That's the beginning, and I have to pay for the location at the beginning. I have to do all these things. I have to transport the stuff, and I'll have to hope that people buy it, that I sell out, that I make enough money to consider profit, and I'm lowering the prices right away. I'm not going to have, I can't afford to not lower prices, because that's my idea. That's the whole vision, to lower prices. And if I say I'll lower prices someday, I'll lower prices when I get popular on YouTube, or I'll lower prices when I get monetized on YouTube. Like that's not going to work out. I have to do it by myself, even without YouTube. But hopefully by then, 5 years from now, you guys can just like storm the place and buy everything, instead of me like wondering, are the people going to want to buy something so cheap, because they don't know if it's like a good thing. And so I do want to use nutrients for the plants, but I'm not sure if I'm going to. But I do want to. Root Stout. There's this girl, her name was Root Stout. Thank God for Ruth. Ruth found out that you don't need to water anything, and you don't need to plant anything below the ground. Just put massive amounts of hay on top of just scatter the seed. Just throw the seed on from the top. From as you're standing, you're just walking, throwing, casting seed. So cast your seed, just like the Bible said. Cast your bread upon the water, and soon it shall return to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So you cast your seed on the ground, then you cover it with massive amounts of hay. At least, like when when Ruth, she was asked how much hay, she said more. I said, how much more? More. So you cast your seed, you don't dig into the ground or anything. You put hay on it, and you put a lot of hay, and what you have is moisture. You create moisture between the seed, between the ground and the hay, causing the seed to sprout. And all that moisture is your watering. And it'll become so much moisture that it'll be so much enough water that you'll never have to water the ground. And this is what she discovered, and she figured that one out. And she said she plants, and she plants every, and she's not concerned about looking to, like, she's not looking to make, she's not concerned about spacing or anything. She's got every fruit, vegetable, and beans and rice, like whatever you can think of, she's like throwing it out there. And she's got vegetables and everything growing everywhere. And all she did is cover it with hay. She never dug into the ground. She never watered a thing, not once. That was her whole thing. Now me, for me to get hay, I have to purchase hay. Hay is not free. So what I do is I go to the city, and the city has free mulch. Now I'm not sure if the mulch can create as much moisture as the hay. So I want water. At least I want water, but I won't be digging into the ground. But I am going to cover the seed with mulch. Now there's a problem because the ground gets so much higher as time goes by because of all the mulch. And I'm wondering, what am I going to do when the time comes and the ground has risen in level so much that am I going to have to like dig into the mulch and plant on the mulch? And that's what I don't want to do, is plant on the mulch. I want to just cast the seed, cover it with mulch. But it's not going to be that easy. So it'll be easier for me to till the mulch and plant on the mulch than to keep like pouring mulch on top of things, because the mulch is so heavy. And, the hay is not as heavy. But anyway, she like, it's still heavy. It's still heavy. You got to put more and more, and it's still a lot of work. So eventually, when the hay or the mulch gets up high enough, I'm still going to have to dig into a plant if all I have is the same land. Or maybe not, I don't know how high we can go with that and how high it's going to go. But this is what she did. And she never watered one thing. And every time harvest came in, she had her whole house. Now, because it was so little water, the things that she grew, like pumpkins, were like not such like big pumpkins, but everything was like produced, So all that the plants were using was the moisture from the hay. And she was such a great inspiration, because not just to me, for a lot of people, because it shows that you don't really need so much hard work. Like, people think farming is such a hard work. It is. But when you look at it this way, if you if you got grass growing on your property, you don't need to throw that away. You can create a place where you can just throw seed and cover it with the grass. All that moisture, all the nitrogen, it'll feed the seed. And she did it, and she was like always like, um, it was for her. She described it as feasting like kings. She said she feasts like she every time on her harvest time, she was feasting like kings with such great abundance and variety. And she did, she really did. And she was very such a great girl. She was like such she's such a big deal for me to learn about her. And I could see her in my mind when I as I was thinking about her one night when I came out into the backyard, and I thought, where would she stop? She wouldn't stop, and it was almost like if you take her to the moon, she would do the same. She's throwing hay everywhere, and you take her to any planet, any galaxy, anywhere, she's throwing hay on top of seeds everywhere. She's never again gonna like till the ground, till the soil, or do such craziness, hard work. And I knew, that it was possible that she would do it in the moon, and it would work. Like she'll be like so like she's so driven by that idea, because she already like discovered that. And I saw her on a video once, and she has like a variety, like so many things that she can grow, and she has like so much. And this is her own stuff. This is for her. And she never watered it. She never tilled the ground. She's not like working super hard for it, and yet she gets to reap the benefits, and she has a harvest. So that's my whole idea. My idea is to own everything and be able to lower, to still have a profit, to at least not be concerned. And you still have a profit even if you don't own everything, and even if you have to buy the product and everything, you still can lower the prices. But it's not going to be as profitable, and it's not going to be as slow. Some prices may not be able to go as slow as you want them to. And also, even if we're not going too far down in prices, even if we only go to 40-50% discounts, or like lower prices, at the very least we have all the extra money that we're not using on rent, that we're not using on utilities. We have all the extra money on for labor. So that's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why I need to own everything, because I can put that extra money, even if we don't lower the prices as much. I can put it into more labor, and be able to like get by until we were able to get the robots and buy enough land and materials and things to build the robots, and have robots building robots, and do all this to where we don't need to charge to where we don't need to pay humans for labor. And then by that time, we might even be able to So when we don't pay humans for labor, there's another so form method of payment for humans when um, when there's no cost of labor because the robots are doing it. We have payment for recycling, hopefully. So you bring it. You will bring in these. Hopefully, we can still make money on these. It will be like you give us the bottles, and we can pay you the money from the bottles, and hopefully, the thing about it, like I was thinking, like, can we get to the point where we can sell you a bottle of water for 5 cents? You drink the water and sell us the empty bottle of water for another 5 cents, and you could just keep flipping the same 5 cents for a bottle of water. I thought that could be possible, and yet we're making bank. We're making money on the ton, because the ton is what pays us more, and we pay you 5 cents, and then the ton gives us a profit. Now that could be possible, and I don't know how long recycling is going to pay, but it could be possible for a while, because the water is free from the ground and things like that. So I don't know, but it could be possible. But that's a bit far from now. The most we can do right now, as of now, even without a business license, is 35 cents a bottle, and still make profit. I think to call it a profitable yet low price, 35 cents a bottle. Then we have to think about the money because you have water, but what can we do with the money for the sodas and the money for the apple juice and the money for the milk or whatever? I don't want to do milk and stuff because I just don't like milk, but I think we have to do everything that people need anyway. So I was thinking, just because I only know cardboard is recyclable, so that the milk comes in carton and cardboard, so that's recyclable, that pays. But there's nobody paying you 5 cents for the carton of milk just yet that I know of. So I was thinking of putting it in these and selling it like this, but they come in plastic number 1, and nobody's paying. They are paying you by weight, not by. Well, they're paying like 5 cents also for plastic number 2, and where the milk comes from. This one is number 1. But either way, like all recyclables, like I was thinking that's where the money should come from for the water. So all you need is 5 cents, and you keep flipping that 5 cents over and over for another bottle of water, and you'll never need money for water ever again. Now that's one idea, one thing, but what concerns me is the sodas and the juice. Not too much, actually. Juice, 100% juice, natural juice, apple juice, not too much, because it's sweet. It's naturally sweetened by the same fruit, and it's also free from the ground. God gave us all these things for free, so we're charging you for the bottle so that you can buy another drink. So we're giving you the drink for free. So that's a good thing for the apple juice, the orange juice, like fruit juice, whatever juice. That's good. It works for that too. Now the sodas, there's a cost for making the soda. I don't know what the cost of making the soda is, but it doesn't grow on tree, so it's not free. I think, it's not free. It could be, but I don't know yet. So those are the things. So at least we have the juice, the apple juice, the orange juice, um, any kind of fruit juice comes from the ground, is free, and it'll come in bottles like they already do, and it can cost up to 5 cents. It can cost down to even 5 cents, and we'll pay you 5 cents for the bottle so that you can keep recycling, so that you can keep buying more juice and more water. So it's good for the water. It's good for the trees, and hopefully, because the water we only have to pay one-time fee for the mineral rights, and then we have unlimited water from the ground. But if we don't have the mineral rights, then we might have to pay for the water. So get the mineral rights for the water. Water is free. We're selling you the bottle, and we're making money on the bottle. So this is so weird because we sell you the bottle for 5 cents, which comes with the water, which is free. Which at the same time, the thing about it also, because it's purified water, we're not just bringing it out from the water well and putting it in bottles. We bring it out from the water well, purify it, and purifier it's one of those things, one-time cost, which I'm not going to try to charge you for, because we're making money off the recycling. So it's so weird how we're but I don't know what the cost will be. And for me to get to that level, I might as well start selling apple juice before I sell water. And that is the truth, because apples are going to be free before I can even pay for the purifying of the water. So I might as well go with apple juice first, and oranges and things. So with the bottle of apple juice will cost you 5 cents, and then when you finish it, the apple juice, it'll be an empty bottle, which I will pay you 5 cents for you to return it to me. And when it accumulates into a ton, I don't know how many pounds a ton is a lot. When it accumulates into a ton, I get paid more than 5 cents a bottle. Now I'm making money on the same 5 cents. So I'm making money. That's just what I'm thinking, because I don't know what it costs to make this bottle. That's just the other thing. I don't know what it costs to make this bottle, so it might even be 35 cents for me to make a profit. So I'll charge you 35 cents for the apple juice, then I'll pay you 5 cents for the empty bottle so that I can make money on the ton. Now, where are you going to get the 35 cents is the question, because that's what's concerned me for a while. Where are the people going to get the money for the 35-cent bottle of juice? If I can't make no money on recycling, then that's going to be a difficult. It's going to be such a difficult thing to figure out, because here I am making money on you, off of you, and I'm trying to figure out how to get money to you at the same time, so that you can bring the money back, so that you can keep living. So I want to sell. I'm gonna make money on. So say whatever this costs me to make this bottle, whatever this costs me to make, I want to make at least 15 cents off of you from this. So if this costs me 5 cents, I want to charge you at least 20 cents. And of course, the content of the juice is free, because God gave us the juice. Now, the only problem is the press for the juice. The apples have to go through a press, and the seeds have to be saved so we can plant more, because we're not paying for seeds. We're not trying to pay for seeds. Although I heard somebody say that you have to buy the seeds. So that's going to be another cost. they don't let you replant the seeds if you're a farmer. Now I don't know, for local farmers we could just become major local farmers all over the world. I don't know how that's going to work, but one step at a time we'll get there. So I want to charge you at least, I want to make enough profit. I want to make at least 15 cents per bottle to call it enough profit for me. And that's if there's no cost outside of that, like, so the labor and all this. So I have to make sure that I have at least 15 cents from this in my pocket as profit. The juice is free. The water I don't know yet because I don't have the purifier, but the juice. But then I need to press for the apples as well for the juice. So basically, it'll be the same thing with water and juice and everything. But the juice could be a lot easier. It could be done by hand. You can like find like an electric press or something small and work slowly and bottle like 100 bottles a day minimum and stuff like that. Like we can work something. So the thing about it is that has already been done. I think people are not making much money on anything already. So that's going to be very difficult because I think people are already got the lowest prices out there because right now this bottle will cost you about 25 cents, but you got to buy the 24 pack. So a bottle of water costs you 25 cents, but you got to buy the whole pack. So it already is cheap. So the only way that it costs you more than 25 cents is if you buy it off the fridge, like a single bottle. So it's not going to be easy. So we might just have to go with houses or farmers market and keep it simple, because all this, we may not have too much room for lowering the prices on these. But thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go have breakfast, and I'll see you guys on the dash cam. Hopefully you guys subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching this after the live. And I'll see you guys on the dash cam. That's all I have right now as content, and sometimes these videos. And long live the people.